Good morning, you guys. Alright, today is, I think, what's it, Tuesday? Yeah, I think Tuesday or something. Yeah, the 1st of October. I had to double check. But I know it's not Monday because my wife just went to work yesterday. So, alright, what's with this wrap on this truck? Interesting. Advanced nutrients. Alright, so we're currently northbound on Interstate 5 right now, approaching the Tracy, California area. We're going to be making a delivery today to the Safeway Distribution Center here in Tracy. Be about 20 minutes out. So, as usual, you know, we do some chit-chat about, you know, something of interest to talk about, whatever, and then actually do the delivery phase there, you know, docking in and all that kind of crap. You guys know how it goes. As a reminder, I usually always have chapters or bookmarks, whatever, in the description. So if you only want to watch certain parts of the video for certain reasons, don't forget those chapters are there. You can easily get to whatever parts you want to watch or don't, or skip the ones you don't want to watch. I don't care. As long as you get some kind of use out of it and, you know, your attention span can handle it. Because that's the sad thing. Too many people can't sit there and listen to or watch whatever 30 to 40 minute long video these days. Hell, even getting people past 1 minute is too much. Pretty sad. Anyway, alright, so yeah, we got a load of ice cream that we picked up in Henderson, Nevada. That was shown in the last vlog that I did. Check that one out. That was probably one of my should have been my shortest vlog I've done in quite some time, actually. Maybe even the shortest. I don't know. I don't really know how long it is right now. I haven't edited it yet, but whatever the case, yeah, I picked it up there. I intended to run it to my house right after I got it picked up, but the load wasn't ready until after 11 p.m. when it was due for pickup at 7 p.m. And I wasn't going to be home till about 3:30, 3:45 in the morning. So I just went ahead and stopped in Barstow, did a short split there. My wife works right there in Barstow anyway, so we met up there, and you know, for breakfast a little bit, and then I ran up this way. I thought about stopping in Patterson. I could have ran all the way up here to Safeway, but there's nowhere really that I want to stop at over here. I ended up stopping at the Loves in Santanella, or Santanella, whichever way you want to pronounce it. I thought about stopping at this last section right before here. There's a place, it's called Wesley. There's a place called Joe's Travel Center that I commonly stop at. But anyway, I ended up electing it. I was tired and I just wanted to go ahead and bed down and went in and shut down in Santanella. Anyway, that's how that ran down between shook down between Henderson and here. Now let's talk about something that I thought was rather interesting conversation on Facebook. So there was a woman some random woman, not affiliated in any way with JCT or Hirschbach. She posted something online about her husband going missing, that she hadn't had any contact with him for 2 days, and she couldn't get a hold of him, and then his phone was going straight to voicemail. Now, backstory, he was on a load going from Texas to Pennsylvania, and I guess she got a hold of the company, the carrier that he drives for. It's a smaller company, best I can tell. I don't know who it is. There was a white truck and trailer. That's about all I can tell you. Nothing recognizable to me, though. And anyway, she told them that she was concerned about him. He has health concerns and stuff, and she wanted to know that he was okay, basically. Okay, it's a very sensible and reasonable request to make. You know, for any loved one who's not able to make contact with their loved one. Now, look at the totality of the situation here, though. For one, does the carrier really want to get involved in whatever the hell's going on between those two? Whether it's legit, lawful, or something unlawful going on. Or maybe even like, hey, I don't know, maybe the guy could be cheating on his wife and doesn't want to be found. And doesn't want her to know where he's at. And, or something along that line. And, it just wants to be incommunicado. Does the carrier want to be involved in that mess? Like if it turns out they end up in divorce court, and then also keep in mind where different states have different laws as well as that. Can the carrier be held liable if it turns out they had any role at all in something going on there, whether it's divorce court between these two individuals, or maybe something bad goes on, like somebody gets killed or something or injured, and now they start having to answer questions for why they gave out this or that information. So I understand that. Now the company, from my understanding, gave her information on what state the truck was in, Maryland, and that it was parked for the last 17 hours, but they knew exactly where it was at. It sounded like they were not concerned about its location, like maybe it was at a truck stop. I mean, to a trucker, all right, you're going from Texas to Pennsylvania. Let's just say you're probably going to the, Harrisburg area. Maybe even Allentown, I don't know. Could even be to the Philly area. Well, not like Allentown's an incredible distance from Philly. But in all likelihood, he's probably going to be on I-81. And I-81, it's not very much distance between the West Virginia, Maryland line and the Maryland, Pennsylvania line. It's not even 20 miles if I'm not mistaken. And on top of that, like, what are your options there? Hagerstown? So, to me, it's not rocket science. He was probably parked in Hagerstown, if I had to guess. And that would be the first place I'd be looking personally. But then again, you still have the question, is this woman legitimately concerned about her husband, or is she using a backstory to try to get information about this man who may or may not be her husband? Maybe she's in divorce court already with him, or maybe they're already divorced. Who knows? Whatever the case, she might be trying to get dirt on him so she can use to her own advantage, for all I know. Who knows? Now, I want to believe that she honestly was concerned about his welfare, and yeah, that is the case, but from the carrier's perspective, absolutely, I would not get involved in that either. So, anyway, I expressed my thoughts in one of there were several, at least 2 or 3 groups that I noticed that this original post got shared to. Some of it was just a screenshot of the woman's post, and some of it was actually direct shares of her post, which was publicly visible to other groups. But anyway, put in the comments, I don't blame the carrier for not wanting to give information. And she even said, the original lady was even saying that they wouldn't give her anything more than that he was in Maryland and that he was parked for 17 hours. And I guess for some reason she was concerned that 17 hours is too long to be parked. This was on a Sunday in the afternoon or late morning or something. The only reason I know that is because one of the shared posts showed that the original poster's content was posted 5 hours prior, and I saw it on a Sunday afternoonish, we'll say. Okay, so I had mentioned 17, parked for 17. I guess she was concerned that 17 hours was a long time and he was in medical distress or something. All right. Sorry, but sitting on a Sunday for 17 hours under a load going to Pennsylvania while you're evidently parked in Maryland somewhere. that itself is not even remotely concerning to me. Not even the least bit concerning. The amount of, I've had, you know how many loads I've had where I get to the receiver a day in advance, or sometimes even more than a day in advance, and on top of that, it's a weekend. A lot of customers in the trucking industry are not open on the weekends. You can't deliver to them. So a lot of times you might pick up a load on Friday that might not be that many miles to cover. We'll just say 1,000-mile load. Okay, and that's, because it's only like 1,100 miles to run from like Miami up to freaking practically New York City. It's not that far. You believe, it would seem like it'd be longer than that, but no, it's not an incredible distance from between Miami and New York City. 1,200, 1,300 miles, something like that. Not a lot. You can do that in 2 shifts. So let's just say the guy picked a load up on Friday. He could have probably ran the miles on Friday night into Saturday morning, and then ran the rest of the miles from Saturday morning into Sunday morning, or Saturday night into Sunday morning, whatever, and decided to bed down in Maryland because maybe it's as far as his clock would let him get, or maybe that's as far as he wanted to go. Doesn't matter. But for context, now Baltimore is not even on I-81, it's on I-95. But you can take I-83 between Baltimore and Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. That's a very common trucking spot right there in Harrisburg. There's a lot of shippers and receivers in the Harrisburg area. That's why I mentioned that. And it's not even 80 miles from Baltimore to Harrisburg. Barely over, it's not even an hour and a half drive. Very much within reason that a truck would stop anywhere in Maryland on 81 or 95 in advance to stage in advance for a delivery in eastern Pennsylvania. So not even at all remotely concerning to me. But yeah, these trucker wives who don't have CDLs but think they know everything, saying, are you serious? He's been parked for it's been 17 hours, and I was parked for my last load. When I came, last time I came to the house and I delivered in Lancaster, I got there on the 25th. Yeah, I think it was the 25th at 8 a.m. The load was not due in Lancaster, which is only 70 miles from my house, until the 26th at 9 p.m. So we're talking, what's that, 13 plus 24, that's 37 hours. I practically got a 34-hour reset in there before I went to run the load to the receiver. Sat there parked by my house. I was only parked there because my house just happened to be there. If I didn't happen to live anywhere near that route, I probably would have stopped in Boron, Barstow, Mojave or something. I don't know. But I would have been stopped one of those places probably for at least that amount, around that amount of time as well. 17 hours ain't shit. That's half of what I just did at my home the other day. So why that's concerning, I don't know. Now, you also got to keep in mind, if you're a trucker wife, that sometimes there are places we stop where we don't have good cell signal. Now, I had a number of trainees on my truck when I drove for Sear England. I ran both OTR and Walmart dedicated for them. My trainees had any number of different wireless carriers. Some were Verizon, some AT&T, some T-Mobile, maybe some Cricket or whatever else. And all of them had different experiences. Generally, if they didn't have Verizon, there was a pretty good chance they were going to have connection issues in spots where I wasn't having connection issues. And there might be other spots where, key areas where they would have a good enough signal, but I wouldn't have any at all. That is the thing. Cell service is dictated by what kind of terrain is around you You know, it's radio waves that go between your phone and a cell tower, and then terrain can actually disrupt that. You know, the radio waves only travel a certain distance and a certain way, and it's line of sight. So if you get terrain in the way, there goes your signal. And then even if you do have a good signal to a tower, you still have the other issue. Is the tower up and running? Or does the tower, does it only have enough bandwidth to handle so many devices connected to it at any one time, and maybe it's overloaded? You don't think this is a problem? Try sitting in dead stop traffic for an accident at some time, and maybe and watch your connection. Trust me, I've been there and done that more than multiple times. Just happened not too long ago on I-40 in New Mexico, east of Moriarty. I got trapped. I just got gotten through Moriarty, and there was no problem at all when I left. But right before I got there, there was a crash there. Some truck overturned and was blocking the entire interstate, the eastbound lane. So I was trapped. And, at that point, everybody starts chit-chatting on the phone, or starts playing around on their phones while they're sitting there parked, not able to do anything. Maybe posting on X or Facebook or Instagram or whatever else, socials, about the mess they're caught up in or whatever. You get a lot of people right there congregating in that area, hooking up to these same cell towers. And the towers aren't built with that many people connected to them at the same time in mind. So you get overloaded on bandwidth. And let's say you got like 200 people trying to hook up, or we'll just say 300, because they have an 8-bit. If you have an 8-bit connection there, you're only going to have room for 255 connections. You have the master and then 255 more. So you'll have 255 on there, but you're going to still have 45 more who aren't going to be able to connect because there's no room on the tower to handle them until someone else gets off of it. That's the way it works. So that could be a thing. As far as the terrain, exactly that problem is why when on I-40 in Lupton, Arizona, right there where the Arizona-New Mexico line is, I will not stop there for 10-hour breaks if I don't need to. Now I will if if the situation with my load kind of dictates that I need to stop there for whatever reason. But it's usually hours based or ETA based or something it's complicated. But there might be different reasons why I need to be. I don't need this map at all, but I figured I have it up there for you guys so you know what to expect. But anyway, I have bad signal there. Half the time I can't get even my phone to hook up. And it's my tablet. I always have more problems with it than I do with my phone. It's lower priority, but phone, even there, my phone, I even have trouble getting it to get a connection at all or stay connected if I do get one at all. That's the other thing. If I'm lower priority because it's not my cell provider, if it's not Verizon's tower, if you get, let's just say it's an AT&T tower, and I'm a Verizon subscriber and I'm hooked up to an AT&T tower, well, if it gets full and there's an AT&T subscriber waiting to get that needs to hook up to that tower, I'm going to get booted off that tower. That's the other thing that happens. So, yeah, there are connection problems. Alright, so I'm gonna wait on. I want to make sure FedEx has room to make his turn. It says truck's okay in both lanes, but I just want to be absolutely sure that we can both make our turns without being in each other's way. I don't know where he's going. I just know I'm going to Safeway, which is on the other side of Costco. Alright, so anyway though, so there's that. And then you got to add in the other factor there. what just happened on the East Coast? Hurricane Helene, or whatever that hurricane was called. Alright, did you guys see all the damage and destruction that got caused over there? I mean, there's like at least 60 people dead that I know of so far. And quite a few, like several hundred still missing. They were unaccounted for. And, I-40 got wiped out over near the Tennessee and North Carolina line on the North Carolina side. I-26, I believe, is closed in Tennessee. And a lot of the traffic has to go up I-81 over to Whitfield, Virginia, and take I-77 across Fancy Gap over there toward Charlotte to get around all that mess. And so it's putting a lot of people in areas they weren't intending to be in to get around these problem spots. There's a lot of flooding there, a lot of destruction. There's a mountain community over there that I saw a picture of, completely wiped out. So that's the other thing. Is he going to have connection issues because there's more heavier traffic than normal in that area? Don't try to go around me, because I need this turn too. Oh wait. No, this is not the one I want. I'm going to exit out this way, but I'll say this ain't the road I want. We're going to come out that exit right there when we're done, but to get in, we're going to come up to this light up here and turn right. There'll be a staging lot up this way, and we'll park there, and then we'll walk our bills up to the guard shack to check in and wait for a phone call. Alright, so as I mentioned, there are a lot of valid reasons why this guy might not be, why his phone might be offline. Not the least of which, I don't know, his phone could have fell in the toilet and got waterlogged. Or he might have broke it. Might have dropped it down off his truck or something and broke it. That happened to my friend Brian not that long ago, like within the last year. He dropped his phone and he couldn't even use it. He had to get to somewhere where actually that had access to his cellular provider, a store that associated with his provider, to get the phone replaced. That is the thing. So it's like, don't be overly concerned. Yeah, it's okay to be to have some concern, but don't expect the worst just because it can be a possibility. There's plenty of other possibilities that are at least as likely to be the case. And then it turns out later on, I think it was later that night or the following day, whatever, I got an update on one of those groups. Turns out, hey, guess what? The guy is safe and sound. He's perfectly healthy, and they didn't give any details, but they said there was a perfectly good explanation on why his phone was offline, or why she couldn't get a hold of him or all that. But they didn't give any details. All they did was just say that that hey, he's fine and he's accounted for. The carrier originally said they were only going to get involved and call police if it turns out he doesn't get to his receiver when he's supposed to be there. And then it'd be okay, let's be a little more alarmed. Well, he's not responding to us either, then there's something going on there. Not responding to us and not going where he's expecting to be. That's a concern for the trucking company. So all right, so don't get in a panic just because you can't get a hold of a loved one. If you're like a trucker spouse or something at home and your loved one's on the road, there are some possibilities, but get the information first. Anyway, we get checked in, and we'll get docked in here in a minute. Alrighty, guys, we are ready to dock in now. It is a little bit after 11. So we're not too far past our appointment time, although I did sit here for about an hour. We're going to be docking into door 517. Let's see. I know it's on the other side of the building, but because there are 500 in through, because the dock doors are kind of numbered kind of weird over here. There's like 200 and 400 doors, and then there's 300 and 500 or something along that line on both sides of the building. Just I can't remember which range is which. 517 I think might be really super close to the lumper shack that we're gonna check in at too. Well, he says check in at 301. So let's see where we're. Okay, usually I end up doing a U-turn setup unless someone's parked over there on the other end. Okay, yeah, this is the 200 row and then 400 over here, so I think 500 will be down past the midpoint, the extension thing there, but where the scissor lift is at. Alright, now I got a cable seal I got to break off, so that'll be a fun time. Yeah, see, there's that truck over there by the curb. If my dock door is right there by him, I'm going to have a problem being able to do a U-turn setup. In which case, I'd rather either blindside or go past somewhere and then turn back around. But hopefully, I don't know, hopefully it'll be close enough. Yeah, we're going to be pretty close to where he's at. I can see... yeah, 517 is pretty close to where that van right there, this straight truck right there is getting ready to dock in. Yeah, it looks like this other truck's in 515, so 2 spots on the other side of him. Right halfway between these two. I'm gonna get my doors open. I didn't end up blindsiding because this other guy's here. Alright, so this guy leaving just made it easy on me. And it looks like this other truck might be wanting to dock in over in this area as well. So I can dive in here a little more and have a much easier setup. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to blindside it a little bit with this guy here. Damn it! I was trying to line up with that door. I'm at that line, and it's not where I want to be. Like I want to line up with the line on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna have to be quick because I got ice cream in here at -20, so, but I got to get my load locks out as well. Alright, how about we call this, and let me get my load locks out, and we'll have some more for you when we're docking out. Alright guys, we're already done unloading. Okay, it's not even, it's barely 12:35 right now, so we were barely even in the door for about an hour and a half. Okay, we're going to come out this direction and make that curve up there, and then we'll get to a dead end up there, and then we'll turn right, and then a short distance down, turn left to go along the side of that the building, and then just go right down that lane. They'll take you right to that gate that I was telling you about earlier. Alright, make sure I know what this guy is doing. Okay, So pretty quick, and you know, I was actually surprised. I was expecting to have to pay a lumber fee here, but found out I guess they invoice. You know, I guess they have an account, whatever, with Hirschbach, so I don't have to worry about doing that now. They just said, all right, bill, come get your bills, basically, and all I had to do was just go up there and get them. Okay, so yeah, it was really nice. Okay, so the employees, they use this lane over here, and they have right of way here, so you got to really watch it. So I see the golf cart back there and all that, so that's something else to watch. Okay, so it's like that sign says there, it's going to follow that route right around the east side of this building that's right in front of us. Alright, so I don't have a pre-plan right now. I've been inquiring because I want to know if I am going to get something I can pick up this way and get paid to take it back down to the San Bernardino drop yard, or maybe even deliver down that way. I don't know. Or if I should just go ahead and start deadheading back to my house from here. I'd prefer not to do deadheading because I don't get paid to run 300 plus miles back to my house. I'd rather go ahead and get paid to run something from here, you know, like deadhead from here to another shipper, run it from the shipper to the San Bernardino yard, get paid all those miles, and then only have to do about 40 unpaid miles from there to my house. That would be ideal. So we'll see how it goes. I don't have a pre-plan right now. Doesn't sound like they have much, you know, I guess they're going to look into it. That's about all I can tell you. We'll see how it goes, though. Alright, so I don't know when I'll be doing next. If I have something in the area I can pick up before I go home, I don't know, I might go ahead and vlog it for you guys, but if I don't, and I end up deadheading home from here, I guess I will see you guys when I get back from my home time, alright? Alright, as always, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys whenever the next one will be. Peace.